What's poppin', watchers? Will here with another Godzilla Kong video for you, and this week we're exploring another quite popular character amongst kaiju fans, a mecha, but not just any mecha, the famous Jet Jaguar. Now, a lot of people have asked about either a crossover with Pacific Rim, since they are both legendary properties, or a versus with one of the Jaegers from the franchise, but I think the question should be, would a mecha, and to be specific, Jet Jaguar, fit into the Legendary Monsterverse in the first place? Now, the Japanese Jet Jaguar is a robot mecha created by scientist Goro Ibuki, and was one of the contenders in the film Godzilla vs. Megalon. Despite being mechanical in nature, he is incredibly strong, can change size at will, fly, and communicate with monsters. These aren't his only abilities, but I think I'll save that for if he ever is used in a versus video. Now, let's talk about if and how he could be incorporated into an American movie. The Monsterverse movies, as we know them, are trying to stay more in the realm of realism, more or less, when it comes to adapting these monsters for American audiences. So, it's not so much a giant robot will have no place in it, but it's more so, how is it incorporated? The idea of a remote control robotic weapon, I think, works as we live in an era of military drones being used and controlled from remote locations, as well as living in an era where AI are slowly becoming more powerful by the day. Let's say after Godzilla vs. Kong and what could be seen as almost a phase 2 of this monsterverse, the world powers realize that although these creatures are a product of nature, as a civilization, they cause way too much damage to us, and we need a way, if not to kill it, at least keep it at bay from large populations. We see Monarch enter, having expanded it to include a military division, as they would be the foremost experts on these monsters and know the most about them compared to essentially anyone else. We have their Japanese technology division headed up by Goro Ibuki, who is developing an AI that can identify and scare away potential threats before they begin, known as Jaguar. Meanwhile, his friend Hiroshi is the head of the weapons division, as they are working on a new set of weapons called the Monarch Jet. You can kind of see where this is going. An argument over ethics begins as people worry if this technology falls into the wrong hands, it could be hacked and used for mischievous deeds. The AI grows more and more powerful over time as old threats from the past are causing less and less incidents, and they want to test it against their main concern, Godzilla. Jaguar functions well as an AI being able to control different functions within the Monarch facility, but a new contender comes in the form of Gigan during the testing period. They direct all of their focus in Jaguar into the new jet weapons as it becomes strong and, frankly, sentient enough to not only form a body, but determines that it is the only one that can stop the imminent threat of Gigan and keep Godzilla from destroying another city in the process. Imbued with its own idea of ethics that will help the betterment of humanity, it determines Gigan as the main concern, and using some of the information kept, communicates with Godzilla that it is not the enemy, that Gigan is, and they have to put aside their differences, monster and robot alike, to prevent Earth's destruction. Now, the idea is another extremely rough one, but I think implementing the ideas of AI and remote-controlled robotics into the creation of a hybrid Jet Jaguar could work for a future film. You could also talk about the ethics of artificial intelligence while you see a giant robot fight monsters. Also, it'd just be cool to hear a roboticized version of Godzilla's roar as communication, and maybe down the road that could lead into maybe a Mecha Godzilla idea? But I'm sure you guys can come up with better ideas, so let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts are, and how you could or could not see Jet Jaguar in the Legendary Monsterverse. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to Hybrid Network. I'm Will, and I'll see you next time.